least a few hundred milliseconds on every single request to your service that isn't cached. So here is like guaranteed 200 ms plus penalty already out the gate. Next, we have Prisma actually forming the database connection. Database connections aren't cheap. They require a few steps of validation and verification, and it is a back and forth. I can't honestly say how much the penalty here would be. I am not familiar enough with different like connection methods and what to expect there, but 200 milliseconds is probably generous for the cost of actually connecting to the database. This whole section here is relatively cheap, but still like takes time and isn't the most pleasant thing. If we go down here to the database responding, I'd say this part here is the next big penalty, which would be, honestly, I've seen some scary numbers here. I would say at least 400 milliseconds, depending on region. I'll say depends a lot, but exponential with greater than one query, where these can get slow. And then the rest is relatively cheap. What we end up here is a guaranteed 400 millisecond penalty plus just for using Prisma on Lambda. Isn't the legacy GQL middleware like 20% of the issue? It definitely contributes to this being so big, which causes it to be slow. And it also contributes to the slowness between each and every request, but it's not the biggest deal. It's the size of the bundle is probably the biggest thing. But the underrated piece is requiring a connection to be made. Part of why database.js is so much faster is it doesn't require a connection to be made. So if I was to copy over this guy, and we'll redo this, I should do it on the side so we can compare the sizes more easily. I'll put it here for now. I'll do Vercel, edge, pscale, database, JS. So request sent to Vercel. Vercel doesn't spin up a Lambda. Vercel opens, reads, cached JS from Vercel. Wow, like almost all of these steps are dead. I can like kill almost all of this. So we'll delete all that. Kill this one red box that made it over. Database JS client instantiated. Database JS client passed SQL string. Base JS client fires fetch request with that SQL. Planet scale HTTP endpoint responds with data. That's like a third as many data steps and data related things. Yeah. And all these slow parts are gone. That's the real magic here that makes me so excited, is the parts here that were scary performance wise are almost entirely eliminated. And given that this will likely have to run on every request, that's super, super valuable. So the result here is that I've seen, as we saw at the beginning of the stream, like total 11.92 seconds. I'll do that as milliseconds so it's easier. And then the total here, we had a few that were under 200 milliseconds. So we'll just say one was like 161 ms. That's a pretty substantial difference. And it's not even like a super uncommon one to see. Like I've seen serverless systems using Prisma and running into numbers as this high pretty consistently. Even if I go to like, so ping is fast, especially like the homepage flies. If we go dashboard, that was much faster than I expected. Not too bad, all things considered. We talked a bit about the performance wins database.js offers. What about the developer experience? I don't want to write SQL strings and type definitions all the time when I'm accessing my database. Prisma does a great job of giving you a schema that allows you to define your model once and then immediately have both type-safe query builders for actually writing the query with autocomplete and TypeScript, as well as having type-safe responses. So when you make one of those queries, you know exactly what you're going to get. The experience is great, and we're not quite there yet in database.js Edgeland, but we're getting there. And one of the most important pieces to get us there is a library named Keasley. Keasley is a query builder created by, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Sammy, but Sammy is an incredibly talented developer who's been working super hard on Keasley for a while.
kamu lah, set pusing gue. Ah terserah 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 RPS dari RPS hari ini kita akan masuk RPS saja. RPS hari ini kita akan masuk RPS saja. RPS hari ini kita akan masuk RPS saja. Emang kudunya aku ramai nonton. Penasaran aku apa iki iso tak gawe iki.
How's it going, everyone? John here.
Hello, my YouTube friends. Today I want and I love it, but it's not available on a Mac. What I'm going to show you today is place it in place. The text videos that make content that helps you. What we're going to do is go into our YouTube studio and we want to go ahead and pop out our chat right here. So we have the chat in a separate window and we can just size it up as to how we want it to look on our stream. Kind of give it the relative shape that we're looking for, and that looks pretty good. I have my chat undocked, so why not use it? We're going to go to
No, don't tell me if you wanted to do that. YouTube Studio. Don't tell me if we can do that. Just pop it up. What the frick are you even say? Close. Lah. Kayak saja. No. Where it is? Nah, gitu ya, live streaming dashboard. Inilah yang kita inginkan. Live streaming the dashboard. Minutes, schedule stream, no webcam. Block. No. Ah, gitu ya. Pop out chat. Enam 800. Let's see. Kita Ano kan? Dito?